Kill Team is a game of timing. Every roll, every ploy, every move happens in rhythm. That decides who wins and who falls. But most players focus on the dice, not the flow. In this video, we're breaking down the full turn structure, initiative, strategy, firefight, and end, so you can control the pace of the game and turn every turning point into an advantage. Let's jump straight in. Every Kill Team match runs on rhythm. 4 turning points, each with its own beat: initiative, strategy, firefight, end. That's the heartbeat of the game. And once you feel the pulse, everything else, movement, ploys, even morale, starts to click. Each turning point is a full round of play, representing seconds of brutal scrimmages. You and your opponent trade control of the battlefield by alternating activations, one fighter at a time. That's right, no, I go, you go here. Kill Team is closer to a sword duel than a war. Parry, strike, counter. The order of actions matter as much as the actions themselves. At the start of each turning point, you roll for initiative to see who seizes momentum. Then comes the strategy phase, where commanders spend CP and flip orders. After that, the Firefight Phase erupts, alternating activation, shots fired, blades swung, and eventually the end phase, cleanup, scoring, and the quiet moment where you realize your heavy governor is in fact very dead. 4 turning points, 4 phases per turning point. That's the entire structure of Kill Team. Simple, elegant, deadly. Understanding the order is like reading music. The better you know the tempo, the easier it is to hit the right notes at the right time. And the best part, once you lock in the rhythm, you'll start predicting your opponent's next move before they even reach for the dice. You're not just reacting, you're conducting a symphony. So that's the flow, the pulse of every game. Next, we're rolling for initiative and seeing how one dice can tilt the entire battlefield. And hey, before we march into the next turn point, hit that subscribe button like a space marine slamming a drop pod, loud, dramatic, and slightly overkill. It helps the channel grow faster than a Tyranid swarm and an all-you-can-eat space marine buffet. Alright, the dice in hand, tension in air, welcome to the initiative phase, where both players roll off to see who takes command of the battlefield first. Each turning point starts with a simple d6 roll. The higher the number, wins the initiative and becomes the active player for the round. But there's a catch. If it's tied, the player who had the initiative last round keeps it. That means momentum matters. It's not just about luck, it's about maintaining control from one turning point to the next. Now you think winning initiative is always the goal, right? Wrong. Sometimes second is stronger. Going second lets you react, snatch objectives after your opponent's moved, strike back when they overextend, or let them walk into a carefully placed ambush. Veterans call this the second turn advantage. Basically, you're playing 4D chess with grenades. Once initiative is decided, the active player resolves any at the start of the turning point effects, first including some ploys, ability, or mission triggers. And the other player decides rolls for this round. So even this one dice roll decides not who just goes first, but who controls the flow of every chain reaction that follows. Winning initiative does not mean you start, it means you choose when things happen. And in Kill Team, timing is victory. So when you pick up that dice, don't think of it as a chance, think of it as claiming tempo. 1 roll, 2 fates. Now the battlefield knows who strikes first and who answers. Alright, initiative decides now it's time to strategize. But before you go spending all your command points like an orc at an ammo cell, the initiative roll's done. You either claim tempo or accepted the counter play. Now it's time to plan the war. Welcome to the strategy phase. At the start of every turning point, both players gain 1 command point. That's the tactical fuel, and how you spend it is how you can shape the entire round. This is when you play strategic ploys, broad army wide effects that last until the end of the turning point. They're your pre-battle orders, buff, ambush setup, defensive stances. You play them right now before the shooting starts. Want your Space Marine to stand firm? Fire up Bolter Discipline. Running sneaky Pathfinders, pop recon sweep and move like Ghost. Every faction's got tricks, but the trickiest part is knowing when to use them. Once both sides declare strategic ploys, you move to Tac Ops, your secondary objectives. This is where the official window to reveal or score them, depending on what they require. Miss the timing and your operatives might do heroics that never actually count on the scoreboard. And nothing hurts more than realizing your demo charge didn't even score points. Then come orders. Every operative is either engaged or conceal. Engage makes them active, shooting, fighting, drawing attention. Conceal keeps them hidden, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. You can flip orders now, but only if conditions allow. Because if your operative is standing in open terrain waving a bolt gun, conceal isn't actually believable. By the end of this phase, your CP are spent, your employees are active, and your team's positioning for the firefight ahead. Every smart move here saves you blood later. All right, plans in motion, bolters loaded, time for the firefight phase. And if you're still watching, drop a subscribe. It's a fragger nerd, loud, messy, and guaranteed to make an impact. This is the firefight phase, where plans become chaos and dice decide destinies. Everything before this was prep. Now it's time to make it count. During the firefight phase, players alternate activation, one operative at a time. You don't move your whole team, you move one fighter, complete their actions, then your opponent responds with one of theirs. It's not an army smashing forward, it's a knife fight in the dark. And the order you pick your objectives can make or break the turning point. Every operative gets 2 or 3 actions depending on their APL. You can move, dash, shoot, fight, pick up, or perform a mission action. And if you forget that one pickup at the right time, congrats, you've just lost your objective to a group. Your engage and conceal orders control who's visible and who's hidden. Engage means you can shoot, charge, or be shot. Conceal keeps them hidden unless they've spotted from a valid vantage or exposed terrain. And remember, an operative can't be both obscured and in cover from the same terrain piece. The defender must choose one. Once all operatives is spent, we reach the Overwatch window. Any operative with engage that hasn't fired yet can unleash one free Overwatch action at -1 to hit. This is your last word of the round. One final bolt, arrow, or plasma blast to ruin someone's day. Keep a sharpshooter in reserve, and Overwatch can turn cleanup into carnage. Then there's Counter React, the 2025 update that lets some operatives perform one free 1 AP action after being spent. You can't move more than 2 inches during it, and you can only counteract once per turning point. Think of it as your unit's second win, perfect for that clutch melee swing or last-minute dash to cover. So yeah, this is where the real heroes and the oops, I forgot my ploy separate. Play fast, plan ahead, and never underestimate the power of a single Overwatch shot. Now let's wrap up this round and score some glory. Next up, the end phase, scoring, cleanup, and setting up for the next turning point. It's the quiet part where victory points whisper who's actually winning. The smoke clears, blades cool, operatives limp back to cover. Welcome to the end phase, the quiet heartbeat of every turning point. It's less flashy, but don't tone out. This is where games are won. Step 1, score your victory points. This is when you check mission objectives and tac ops that say at the end of the turning point. If you control an objective now, you score it now. If your operative's 1 inch short, tough luck, Commander. You'll remember that next round. I like to call this the oh no phase. This is when you realize you should have dashed instead of taking that one extra shot that missed anyways. It's fine. Learning is the best weapon, right after plasma. Step 2, clear the battlefield. Remove activation, guard, and Overwatch tokens. All ploys or abilities that last until the end of the turning point fade out here. If any lingering effects trigger now, resolve them, and remember, if both ploys have end of turn effects, the player with the initiative chooses the order they resolve. That one small rule can decide who scores first, heals first, or even wipes an objective clear before the other player can act. Because next round, everything resets, except your mistakes and your growing list of grudges. This is your chance to read the field. Who's left standing, what objectives are safe, and which ones are about to be trampled. This is where the tactician replaces the dice roller. And with that, the end phase is over. Congratulations, you've survived another turning point. And there it is, the complete rhythm of Kill Team Battle. Initiate, strategy, firefight, end. 4 beats that shape every turning point. 4 turning points that forge the story of the match. We started with a roll for initiative, momentum in your hands. You planned your ploys, flipped your orders, and traded activations like dueling generals. In an end phase, you've tallied up the damage and claimed your points. It's not just gameplay, that's the flow of battle. Master the flow of battle, and you'll stop playing on instinct. You'll start predicting, you'll start commanding. That's when your games stop being random slugfests and start feeling like tactical poetry. With more screaming and fewer survivors, sure, but still poetry.